Lou Bloom doesn't destroy the system. He understands it faster than anyone else, and that's why he wins. Nightcrawler isn't a movie about crime, it's a movie about what society quietly rewards. There's a reason why our protagonist is never punished because it is his design, his story, and he can never fail. And it follows a typical 3-act structure as seen above. And now we shall fully dive into the psyche of Lou Bloom. It was just another night, Lou thought, but something changes when he sees an accident. He halts not because to help or care, but just to observe. We see him at a distance, and that's the first time Lou sees a freelance cameraman filming graphic footage. Something changes. Not excitement, not shock, like a normal person would react. He's confused, he's enamored. He tries to understand what's happening and why they're doing what they're doing. He's there in the flesh, just a silent predator hunting his next target. But his target is no human, it's something beyond. He sees right through it as Bill Paxton makes a sale, selling the footage. Just a smile. It's subtle, but it's everything. Because this isn't the fascination with the violence, it's the recognition, it's the power. Lou doesn't see tragedy, he sees structure. What gets paid, what gets filmed, what gets aired. The next morning, he checks the news, and there it is. The footage made it on air. That's the moment Lou understands how the world actually works. Everything can be sold for the right price, and the capitalism is definition of humanity. And later on, before Lou ever picks up a camera, he proves something important. He's just there, chilling in the park, until we see him pick a bicycle. We already get a glimpse of this early on. It's this scene which establishes his psyche, the human conditioning of getting what he wants. He is an excellent salesman. We get to see a glimpse of his manipulative, yet his hunger for succeeding at any cost. He reframes value. He negotiates calmly. He closes without empathy. He outclasses the seller and establishes him being the apex one. He is a hunter. This matters because Lou doesn't learn manipulation later. He already has it. Journalism didn't corrupt him. It gave him a market. Lou begins small. Not that they matter, but they teach him rules. Petty crimes, minor accidents, nothing special. But he's not chasing emotion. He's collecting data. Police codes, response timing, camera angles. And when he encounters another cameraman with better gear, Lou doesn't compete. He withdraws. And he finds something more graphic and raw and visceral. And that leads him to get kicked off from the crime scene, which angers the other cameraman. But Lou is calm. He got what he needed. Because anger is inefficient. And for the first time, he sees how they actually sell the footage to news channels. The negotiation. Lou doesn't react emotionally, he adapts strategically. Lou takes his strides in selling the footage, and we are introduced to Nina, the news director of KWLA6. Much like Lou, she too devours power. She establishes firm boundaries so that she gets what she wants. And he sees her for what she is. The graphic scenes makes her stomach churn, but it's the value that makes her want to air it. $250 is not much, but Lou laughs alone. His reaction matters. It's the confirmation that he has begun to spread his wings. Not joy, not relief, just confirmation. He records his footage onto the database, his first, and most definitely not his last. One of the big moments which define Lou Bloom as a person is the diner scene. At the diner, surrounded by people, Lou remains completely isolated, not lonely, disconnected. This is where Richard enters the film. And immediately, Lou establishes hierarchy. He calls him Richard, he calls himself Louis. Names are power. Lou never forgets that. Lou doesn't celebrate with people because people are irrelevant. There are obstacles, tools, or inventory. We see Lou training Richard about his ways, about his prey. But Richard is the antithesis of Lou. We see Richard messing up in the beginning with the rules and his codes. We begin to see Lou from Richard's point of view, how rash but calculated Lou is. But Lou, keep this calm. Do you know what fear stands for? Asks Lou. And he answers, false evidence appearing real. That sums up how far Lou is willing to go. They reach a crime scene, seemingly about a shootout. He inquires about it and silently slips into the neighbor's house while they're being interviewed by the cops. He begins to arrange the pieces so as to fabricate a story that can be as simple as moving photos on a refrigerator. He begins to don the hat of a director by weaving a narrative that can be sold to the people. Nina is impressed, even though the footage is not raw, but the story sells. Lou is setting up his next target, Nina. He's elegantly placing his pieces where he wants them to be, and thus Lou Bloom starts to blossom. He picks up pace, and the crime scenes come thick and fast. He upgrades to a Dodge Challenger, a nice ride nonetheless. There's a moment that defines Lou Bloom. He arrives first in an accident. The victim is alive, but the angle isn't good. So, Lou moves the body. This is a point of no return because Lou no longer records reality. He authors it. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't hesitate. It's a design. From this point on, Lou is no longer documenting reality. He is editing it. That's because, to him, this isn't immoral. It's optimization. Because morality only exists if we acknowledge people as ends, not means. But Lou doesn't. This is one of my favorite scenes from the entire movie. How chaos can feel like calmness. The seduction by Lou is purely for power. Lou doesn't manipulate Nina emotionally. He studies her incentives, how the ratings affect her, how the fear drives her, how the time slots push her. During dinner, Lou says something terrifyingly honest. A friend is a gift you give yourself. This isn't flirtation, it's hostile takeover. They don't need truth, they need impact. And Lou provides it. This is not romance, it's leverage. And Nina recognizes it. She battles, briefly, but ratings are louder than dignity. Lou doesn't corrupt Nina, he exposes her. Before that, there was Joe Loader. Once Lou understands the system, he stops observing people and starts measuring them. Joe is everything Lou is not. Experienced, connected, respected. Joe is faster and knows the streets. But when Lou beats him, he looks validated. When Joe uses the word Nightcrawler in verbatim, Lou hears a brand. Something that can be taken, that can be refined, that can be improved. When Lou turns him down, Joe's disappointment is visible. For Lou, humiliation is not cruel, it's instructional. When Lou misses out on an exclusive footage, Joe mocks him, calls him an amateur. Nina is upset and is valid for her. The footage she requested is a mess, and Lou has to bear the brunt. He doesn't like being a disappointment, and even more so, to be in a state of powerlessness. Then comes the iconic mirror scene, where his primal senses kick in, as he shatters the difference between fully embracing the psyche of a ghoul. That night, Lou prepares for his next prey, not in rage, but to show who owns the streets. The next accident comes quickly. It's Joe. Joe is bleeding, broken, dying. Lou's hesitation takes a distance place. Raising the camera, he says, Joe is a sale. This is not revenge. its completion. With Joe gone, there is no one left to teach Lou, only people left to use. Lou stumbles upon a ghastly crime scene of a home invasion, but he sees the perpetrators fleeing from the scene and he captures them. He gets on the good graces of Nina again, but the causes of morality come into the picture, and Nina doesn't care. It's only the ratings she's worried about and how journalism can serve her purpose. The lines have already been blurred, and Lou knows it. He waits at the restaurant like a hunter, waiting for his prey to latch on to his trap. The policemen arrive after the tip-off. Lou is ready to pounce. He withholds the evidence of the home invasion. It isn't fear, it's something hidden. It's like a ballet where everyone dances to his tunes. It's choreography. He wants violence, but only in public. Only when the cameras are ready, and only when it sells. Lou scripts the chase the way a director scripts a climax. Everyone else believes they are reacting. The police, the suspects, but they aren't. Richard still believes in something resembling humanity. Lou understands that belief is a liability. A conscience guilty that could take Lou out. That's why Richard dies. It's the final symphony by Lou. Not because Lou hates him, but because it's designed by Lou. Nina is elated with the footage. The hunger in her is finally satisfied. She is least bothered by Richard's death. She thinks it's for greater good, but for her. The police cushion Lou. They know something is wrong, but Lou lies effortlessly. The detective sees right through his twisted words, but those are only words. The system doesn't push confidence, it rewards it. The watch he stole at the beginning of the film is still on his wrist. He never changed. Only the scale did. Only his reach did. Lou ends the film not alone, but multiplied. A company, a mission statement, a speech. I'll never ask you to do anything I wouldn't do myself. And that's the most honest line in the movie. Because he wouldn't hesitate. Not once. Nightcrawler doesn't warn us about monsters. It shows us what happens when monsters are efficient, polite, and profitable, and why the system keeps promoting them. If you like my content, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And let me know what you thought about Lou Bloom in the comments below.